Welcome to today's class, and today we are going to talk about something new. So we are going to deviate a little bit as far as learning verbs are concerned, and we will resume that as we move along. So today we are going to learn two topics, and that is the family and the family members, and of course with the possessive adjective. So I'm going to start with the family, that is from the nuclear to extended, whichever round. So it is very important for you to understand how do we call family members in French. So today we are going to talk about la famille. La famille. That's the first topic we are going to talk about, and we're going to learn so many things as far as this is concerned. Of course, when you're expressing yourself, whether it's the verb to travel, the verb to look for, any verb, of course, if it is concerning about the family, you can also express that using this vocabulary. So I want to share my screen so that we save time on the same. So just remind you, we are going to have three parts of learning. So once we are done with this, we'll be going to discussion, which will take us around 30 minutes. Then thereafter, there's an assignment that I've also posted on the same topic 3, which is just touching on the possessive adjective. So you'll take your time. Once we are done with this, now you go to application. How do you apply the possessive adjectives depending on what you're being asked? So that is very important. So that will sum up our today's class. So without much ado, let me just share my screen so that we can move forward. So I believe you can see my screen from your end, right? Yeah. Yes. So when you talk about La Famille, for me, I will start with this. So let me just open our document, maybe just to explain myself. So we are talking about La Famille. La Famille. Now to increase the font so that you don't struggle to see. La Famille. So that is what we are talking about today. So when you talk about La Famille, that is what translates to the family. So how well can you talk about your family? Of course, remember we talked about the how do you introduce yourself in French, the verb s'appeler. So for example, you talk about yourself, you talk about someone, and that someone can be your family, whether nuclear or extended family. So that is very, very important for you to understand. So when you talk about La Famille, so I will start by the following. So we say, le grand-père, le grand-père, le grand-père, that is grandfather. Le, remember the definite articles. Here we are going to use the definite articles. Le, la, L apostrophe or le, when it is plural form. So le grand-père, that is the grandfather, okay? Now we have la grand-mère. La grand-mère, okay? La grand-mère, that is the grandmother. So the two, we call them grandparents. How do you say that in French? Okay. The two, we call them, just a minute. The two, we call them les grands-parents, okay? Les grands-parents. Les grands-parents, so those are grandparents, okay? Grandparents. So here we have le père, remember, father, okay? Le père is the father. Le père, the father. Then we have la mère, okay? La mère. La mère is the mother. So the two, we call them les parents, okay? The two, we call them les parents, okay? Les parents, parents, okay? Now, from there, I started from the grandparents, then I went to parents. So now I want to move to, now from here, we have from there we have le fils, okay? Le fils is the son, okay? Then we have la fille. La fille is the daughter. So fils, so you see, I started from the grandparents giving us parents, parents giving us children. So le fils, la fille, le fils, that's the son, okay? La fille is the daughter, okay? So here, the two, we call them les children, okay? Les enfants. So if you may allow me, we say les enfants, okay? Les enfants, so les enfants, those are children. A child, if it is one, we say l'enfant, okay? L'enfant, a child. If you have one, a child, okay? L'enfant, very important. So now, there is how these two call themselves. So we have from there, we say le frère. I want you to follow very keenly, okay? Le frère is the brother, okay? Le frère is the brother. Then la sœur, okay? La sœur is sister. You get that? Le frère, brother. La sœur is sister. Then from there is a way also the grandparents are calling this. You see there, are calling that. So when it comes to that, so we have got what we call le petit-fils. Le petit-fils. Le petit-fils, that is a grandson, okay? Le petit-fils is grandson. La petite, sorry. La petite enfant. La petite fille, sorry. La petite fille is granddaughter. Now the two, so this one's here, okay? The grandparents are calling them what? Grandchildren, okay? So we say, les petits enfants, okay? Les petits enfants, grandchildren. I hope you are following, okay?
Yeah.
Les petits enfants, okay? Now, from there, we have l'oncle, that is uncle. We say oncle, sorry. L'oncle, that is uncle. We say la tante, okay? That is auntie, la tante, okay? Then we have le cousin, that is cousin male, but we say la cousine, that is cousin female, okay?
Yeah.
Le cousin, la cousine, okay? From there, we have le beau-frère, sorry. We have le beau-frère, that is le beau-frère is brother-in-law, okay? Le beau-frère, that is brother-in-law. Now, la belle-sœur, that is sister-in-law, okay? Then, from there, we move to le beau-père, okay? Le beau-père means father-in-law or stepfather, okay? I've said le beau-père is father-in-law or stepfather. La belle-mère, okay? La belle-mère is mother-in-law or stepmother, okay? Any question up to that point? Any question up to that point? Remember, I started here. We are talking about la famille, family. Now, the members of the family, la famille. So I said le grand-père. Le grand-père is the grandfather. La grand-mère is the grandmother. The two, we call them les grands-parents. That is grandparents. Then from there, le père, the father. La mère, mother. We call them les parents en français. That is parents. Now, from there, we go to le fils. Fils is son. We don't say fils. L is silent. It's a unique word. So we say le fils. That's the son. La fille is the daughter. So those two, when you want to say children, in French, we say les enfants, okay? Les enfants. So remember, we are going to link this with the possessive adjective. So how do you say my grandfather? How do you say my grandmother? How do you say my father? How do you say my mom? How do you say my son, my daughter? How do you say my brother, my sister, or my brothers, my sisters. So it's very important for you to connect with that. So le frère, brother, la sœur, sister. Le petit-fils, that's the grandson, okay? La petite fille is the granddaughter, and then we say les petits enfants are grandchildren. L'oncle, la tante, that is uncle and aunt. Then we say le cousin, that is cousin. La cousine, that's cousin female. Now in French, you can see there is no ambiguity, because when you tell me, for example, je voyage avec mon cousin, like in English, say I'm traveling with my cousin, you know, the gender is hidden. But in French, as you speak, someone will not ask you unnecessary questions. So from what you say, someone will know the gender of the person you are with or the person you are traveling with. So that's very, very important for you to understand. So cousin, cousine. Then beau-frère, belle-sœur. Any question? Dorcas and Dorcas, Jean.
I'm okay.
How do you say sister in French?
La sœur.
Sir. So okay, when you say okay, these are now I'm using them as nouns. So when you talk about a noun is always accompanied with the article. But now when you say la sœur, like you're saying the sister. But now when you say sister, you just say sœur. So we will learn how do you say now in French, my sister. Okay, my sister. I'm staying with my sister. I'm talking to my sister. My sister speaks French. My sister is a student. My sister is a nurse. So you see, okay, or you want to say she's my sister. So we will connect with that when you talk about the possessive adjectives. Okay. Good. So back to the document.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
So for the feminine gender, the pronoun coming before the feminine name must be la and not le.
Yes, remember when you were talking about, we did about under your certificate course, the first semester, we talked about the articles, definite articles, indefinite articles, right?
Yeah.
So we also learned about the gender of nouns. So I say that the article is a determinant. So noun is gender-based, masculine or feminine. So remember the articles, we have got masculine and feminine and their plural forms. So when you talk about a noun, it has to narrow down to gender, and then it's the noun which dictates the gender of the article you are using. That's why you say mother is feminine. So we cannot say le, we have to say la. So we say la mère, okay? Father is masculine, so let's say le. Remember we said that le is masculine, la is feminine, but now when the noun begins with a vowel or silent H, the lo and la is reduced to L apostrophe because two vowels cannot follow each other. So it is the determinant which has to change to fit the noun. Therefore, we have to suppress that vowel. So that's why we say lo and la become L apostrophe, so long as the noun you are referring to begin with a vowel or silent H. So that is very, very important for you to understand. Is that clear, John?
Yes.
Good. So you can see, just to take you back to the family. So this is just a summary, and I want to talk about here. This part here. So you can see when you use the word couple, that means couples. So let me just take you back. So you see here, there's a way these people call each other. I'm here. So when you talk about there, we have the word, for example, mari. So we say le mari. Okay? Le mari is the husband. Are we together? Mari is husband. Then we have la femme. La femme. La femme is the wife, the wife. So my father will call my mom my wife. My mother will call my father my husband. Or Jean, for example, you refer to I am traveling with my husband. Okay?
Yeah.
My husband and I live in Nairobi. John and his wife, you see, la femme. The word femme, I want to stress. The word femme means a woman, and the word femme means also a wife. So in other words, we say this: for you to be a wife, you must be a woman. Are we together?
Yes.
For you to be a husband, you must be a man. Yes, that is very, very important for you to note. So remember when we were talking about my wife, so you drop the article because you cannot say the husband. You say my husband, so you drop the articles. Remember here I'm using them as what? As the noun. And anytime you talk about the noun is accompanied by the article. So that is very important for you. So for example, Dorcas, you say my, then my, that's what you're waiting for to learn. So how will you say my husband? How will you say your husband? How will you say our husband? How do you say our father? How do you say our mother? How do you say his mother, her mother, etc. So kindly you will connect with us that as we move along. So I've said now the two, you see, le mari et la femme, we talk about le couple, okay? Le couple, so that is couple, just from the document that we have just shared with you, okay? About the family. So that is very, very important. So you can see we have the plural form. So les parents, those are parents. So le père et la mère. Le couple, we have le mari, la femme. Les enfants, we have le fils, la fille. Les frères, les frères et sœurs. Brothers and sisters, c'est le frère et la sœur. Les grands-parents, so that's the grandparents. So we say le grand-père, la grand-mère, so you can see. Then we have les petits-enfants, that's grandchildren. So le petit-fils, la petite-fille, grandson, granddaughter, as I had explained. Now, les beaux-parents, can be the step-parents or the in-laws. Like now, for example, John, you get married, okay? You marry, I mean, then you see now the parents to your wife, now you will call them les beaux-parents, okay? Those are the in-laws. That is the father-in-law and mother-in-law. So le beau-père, I'd say it is the father-in-law or step-father. La belle-mère is the mother-in-law or step-mother. Les cousins, those are cousins. So le cousin, la cousine. Now, there is this part here, the far right. Now, les arrière-grands-parents, what are those? What do you think that means? Jean, Dorcas, and John.
Trying to figure out.
Or les arrière-petits-enfants. How do you call, John, for example, how do you call, for example, you have your grandchildren, right? Now,
Yes.
how do you call the children to your grandchildren?
The children to my grandchildren.
Yes.
My
Great
Great grand,
children.
great
my
grandchildren.
children.
Yeah, so that is what it means. So we have got the grandchildren, okay? You see here, at the middle, here. What have I highlighted? I believe you can see that, eh?
Yes.
So those are grandchildren, but now the great-grandchildren, we call them les arrière-grands-parents. So l'arrière-grand-père, that is the great-grandfather, meaning the father to your grandfather. Some people can manage to see these people, right?
Yeah.
Hey, to see the father to your grandfather. I'm trying to imagine that. The father to your grandfather. Eh? Okay. John, is your grandfather there?
No.
Dorcas?
Yes.
And the father to your grandfather?
No.
Tough. It's hard to, hey. Jean and Dale.
Yes.
Your grandfather?
No, none of them.
The great grandfather or grandfather?
I don't have any.
Now, that is what we talk about the family. See how the family can be, you know, very, very broad. Eh? So just to understand, so when we talk about again les arrière petits enfants, those are the great grandchildren. But this one is possible. This one is possible. Like for example, just to give you an example, now you see like now my grandmother is still alive, okay? And you see, I'm grandson, right? Now my children are now what? Les arrière petits enfants. You see that? So those are the great grand children. So that is very, very possible. Then les beaux frères, those are the step brothers or brother-in-law, okay? Les beaux frères, la belle-sœur. Then les oncles, les neveux. Now here, les oncles, those are uncles. So when talk about les oncles, neveux, so we have got l'oncle, we have got la tante, aunt. Then we say le neveu. Le neveu, that is le neveu, that is the nephew, okay? Get that right, that's the nephew. Then la nièce is the niece. Okay, Dorcas.
Yes.
Who is a niece? Who is a niece? What do you understand by a niece?
A child to your brother.
The gender of that child is?
A son.
No. A niece. Niece
No,
is
a daughter.
yes.
A girl.
Okay. So if your brother or your sister, if your brother or your sister as a child, or God bless him or her with a child, then depending on the gender, if your brother gets a daughter, is a niece. So in French we say niece. If a son, we say neveu. Okay? We say neveu. I believe that is clear as far as the family is concerned.
Yes.
Yes.
Remember I said Marie is husband, femme is wife. Also, I want you to understand the following terminologies used the family. we have a word like l'homme, okay? L'homme is a man. L'homme, a man. Like now you say the man of the house, okay? L'homme, but also the word femme will appear here again. Femme means a woman here. Femme means a woman. That's why I said femme means wife. Femme also means a woman. I also want to use this. I also want to introduce you to this word, garçon. Garçon is a boy. Okay? So sorry, we say le garçon. We say le garçon, the boy. So for example, if for example you want to say a baby boy, so you simply say what? Garçon. Are we together? Then the word fille will repeat the word fille. So we say la fille. So note, we don't say le fils. Le fils is the son, but boy we say garçon, le garçon. Now la fille is now used here to mean a girl. So remember, la fille means what? A daughter. La fille also means what? Girl. I hope I'm clear there.
Yeah.
So the word fille is used to mean girl or a daughter. After all, for you to be someone's daughter, you must be a girl. Okay?
Yeah.
For you to be someone's wife, you must be a woman. So what I say, that's why I'm saying the word femme means a woman. The word femme also means what? Means a wife. Okay? That is very, very important for you to note. Then we have words like bebe. That is baby. Okay? Under family, we have words like amour, which means love. You get that? Under family, we have words like fiancé. Okay? Fiancé, masculine. So I will put that under. So that is masculine. But we say fiancé. Fiancé, that is now feminine. Okay? Fiancé, feminine. So F. Then I close the bracket. Okay? We have words like shoe. These are words which are innovative. You are going to find them under, shoe means, that word means sweetheart. You need to know these things under the family, very important. Okay? Okay. Then we have other words like chérie. Chérie, dear. Very important. So I will put that in bracket. I hope you understand. So masculine and what? Feminine, okay? Masculine and feminine. So I think that is it as far as the family is concerned. But we have also demi-frère. Demi-frère. So demi-frère is step brother. So John,
Yeah.
who is a step brother?
A step brother is the son of your stepfather.
Is the son of the stepfather or
Or stepmother.
or stepmother, right?
Yeah.
But let me ask you, ladies and gentlemen, is it possible to, like, now when you're introducing, for example, I meet you with your stepbrother or stepfather, meaning that you share the biological father or biological mother, right?
Yeah.
You share, there's one thing you share. Is it what I've said? Is it? Yes. Meaning, for example, you either like now, for example, you share the biological father, but not from the same mother, right? That's what I say. It is making sense. Or you share the mom But you see, like, for example, if, for example, God forbid something happened, then the mom gets married. So, you know, any child that come thereafter that you don't share the biological father, that one, if it's a sister, we say demi-sœur, right? If it's a brother, we say demi-frère. So half sister, half brother. So the word half comes from, like, now you share half, like either biological father but not same mother, or same mother but different biological father. So that's that. But now the question I wanted to ask, in the real sense, in our real culture, do we call that person, like, now, for example, if you're introducing him or her, you will say, this is my stepsister?
No.
No.
Yeah. Or for example, Dorcas, you are at home, then I come as a visitor, then you tell me, meet my stepfather in front of him.
No.
You will say, we always say my father, right? My father, father. You know, so the culture has taught us to be people who are respectful. Again, there are things that we can, you know, like as a family. In fact, like for us, you know, some of us, when you meet this person, this is my sister, this is my brother, mpaka unauliza mtu, kwani how many sisters do you have? Like now, for me, my culture, everyone is like a sister, like a brother. For us, you know, I don't, you know, like a thing like now you say my cousin. That word sometimes there are some cultures that does not exist. You know, like even, you know, like even like now, your uncle's son or daughter, you just say my sister, my brother. You know, some of us, we find it difficult to talk about my cousin. You know, again, you have to ask, you add my first cousin, I don't know what. You see, so brother, sister. So it is good to distinguish them. So just to clarify, this one are the step. So step brother, step sister. But when you talk about here, these are the in-laws. So Dorcas, one day, the brother to your husband, you call him what? Brother-in-law, you see. And the sister to the sister, you call that person the sister-in-law. But again, the real sense, sometimes when you do introduction, you just say my sister, my brother. Okay, say a brother from another mother, a sister from another mother, etc. So, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, that's it as far as the family is concerned, unless you have a question. Okay. Now, I want us to try something here. You see Martin and Benedict. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Who are those people? From that, I want you to understand. So let's assume, Martin and Benedict are couples, right?
Yeah.
They give birth to who and who and who?
They give birth to Pierre, Alexander, and Marie.
Marie, Sylvian,
Yeah.
Agathe.
Wait. How many kids Martin and Benedict have?
3.
3. Now, Alexander is still single from that chart, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Want us to understand. Now, Marie is married to who?
To Silviana.
Sylvian.
Then Pierre is married to
Again.
Agathe, I think.
Agathe.
Yes. Now, I want us to understand. Now, I want to ask you a question from this, based on what we have learned. Remember, Pierre, Alexander, and Marie. Now, Marie is a lady. I want you to get Pierre and Alexander are Marie is a female.
Yes.
My question is,
No.
how is Pierre Marie? Yes?
How is?
How is Pierre calling Marie?
My sister.
Yes, in French.
Mon swear.
Sir.
Sorry, sister. So, Pierre est le frère de Marie. You get that? Pierre est le frère de Marie. Let me write that. I want us to make Pierre, right? Pierre est le frère de Marie. Tunafuata, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Pierre est le frère de Marie. Pierre is a brother to Marie. Yes. Pierre est le frère de Marie. Okay. And then I can also say from that chart, I can also say that Marie, I can also say les frères de, I can also say Marie a deux frères. Marie has how many brothers? Two, right? Marie a deux frères, s'appelle
Yes.
Pierre et Alexandre, right? Now,
Yeah.
then, how is Pierre calling Agathe?
Why?
La femme.
Femme. We are
Yeah.
getting it. Now, how is Agathe calling Sylvain? Or Sylvian, how you call it?
La frère. No. La belle-mère.
Wait, Agathe is the wife to?
La belle-sœur.
We follow. Agathe is the wife to who? Pierre. And Pierre and Marie are siblings, right? Then Marie is married to Sylvain. So Sylvain is the husband to who? The husband to Marie, right? Remember, Marie is the brother, Marie is the sister to who? To Pierre. Now, Agathe is the wife to Pierre. So my question is, how is Agathe calling Sylvain? In other words, Jean,
La beau-frère.
le beau-frère, okay? Beau-frère, yes, that is brother-in-law, right? Brother-in-law. Now, Marie and Sylvian, I've got two kids. So we have Matthew and Louise. Then Agathe and Pierre has got three kids, Jules, Pauline, and Sophie. Now, my question is, how is Sophie calling Louise?
Cousine.
Cousine. Very good. Are we in agreement?
Yeah.
Yes, cousine. So this table, this chart can go on and on and on. So from there, remember we are doing what we call application of the family. Just like, for example, I'm sure John, you have your father, and your father, you have other siblings. Those siblings, some of them are married. They are married, they have got kids. So you see, so from assume your grandparents are there. Your grandparents are on top there, either from the father or from the mother. You see, either. So we say the grandparents. Then you have your parents. Then there you come, person 3. You get that? Grandparents. Then you have got parents. Then your siblings. So it's John. You have brothers and sisters.
Yeah,
How many?
just 2 brothers and 1 sister.
So you are 4.
Yeah.
So are they married?
No, not yet.
Not yet. So you can adopt, assume they are married, assume
Yeah.
they are married, they have kids, and assume their kids also have got kids. Their kids. So you see, that's how we talk about generation of the family from the grandfather. Like now for me, I have my grandmother on top there, then my father, then now we are there as the siblings. Okay. So
Yeah.
you see, my father and the other siblings. So the siblings, my father, my uncles, my aunt, they are there. They are married. Their kids are married. So it is. So how do we now call each other? It is important. But that is important. It is important to know.
Sir,
Yes.
were you asking how Louis is going to call Sophie?
How?
How Louise is going to call Sophie?
Yes.
But Marie and Pierre are brothers and sisters, right?
Yes.
Shouldn't they be, because the son or daughter of your brother should be a nephew of Louise,
The son and
and or daughter of your brother should be your nephew or your niece, yes?
Yes, you are right.
Yes, but he said la cousine.
Now, the reason why I said Sophie and Louis are cousins. I want us to agree there. You know why? You see, the person who is supposed to call Sophie niece, you get that? The person who is supposed to call Sophie niece is Marie or Sylvain. I want you to get that point. Dorcas and Jean, are we in agreement?
Yes.
If the question was, how is Marie calling Sophie or Pauline or Jules? Then we say Sophie and Pauline, the Marie will call them what? The niece. Because nieces, because you see, Marie is the brother to who? Is the sister to Pierre. But now they are children. They are children. For example, John, let us just reduce it closer. Now,
I've not understood. I've understood your statement.
You understood? Because
Yes,
as my explanation, I wanted to go further and tell you this. Assume we are brothers, so we are 2, and then we have 2 sisters, and our 2 sisters are Jean and Dorcas, right? Now, Dorcas have got kids. You get that? Jean have got kids. We have kids. So our children, how do they call each other? Cousins, right?
Yes.
But how is Jean going to call my daughter niece? You get that? How is Dorcas going to call my son nephew? You got that explanation now?
Yeah.
Very good. So I want us to try to answer these questions. Martin est le de Matthew. Where is Matthew? Martin is who to Matthew?
Grandpa.
Grandparent. Very good. Now you see, this is now we are applying this table, which this document I've posted on the portal, ladies and gentlemen. So based on what we have learned, you can apply. But let us just try to learn a few of them. So we say Martin est le grand-père. Sawa sawa. le grand-père de Matthew. Sawa sawa. Agatha a trois
Infants.
trois enfants. Sindio?
Yeah.
3 children. Yes, you must understand. And wait, trois enfants. Un un fils qui s'appelle Jules et do what? Do fille. F-I-L-L-E-S.
Yeah.
Dorcas and Jean, are we together?
Yes.
Yes. For
Just repeat that part.
So, Agathe a trois enfants. Let me. Agathe, sorry, I want to. So here, there is a space. Then here, there's also a space. And there is a space. Sindio? Now, you are to Agathe a what? So, trois enfants. From here, from this, you see, one here, Agathe, we are talking about Agathe, trois enfants. Remember I told you enfants are what? Children. That's why I was telling you, you follow what we were doing there. So, trois enfants, okay? Trois enfants, okay? That's the answer there, à trois enfants, okay? Un fils, a son, okay?
Yeah.
A son, okay? Qui s'appelle Jules et deux filles. Deux filles. Fille is what? Daughter. We are adding S because there are two. So two daughters or two girls. Qui s'appelle Pauline et Sophie. Jean, sijui kama tumepatana.
So, Monsieur.
Yes.
So it's simply like the sentence is talking about Agathe has 3 children,
Yes,
a
exactly.
daughter who's called
a son who is called Jules.
okay, a son who's called Julies, and then 2 daughters, Pauline and Sophie.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
I've understood.
It's basically just trying to understand that this statement picked Agathe. So Agathe, like for example, if at all I say Agathe s'appelle Pierre, you see, Pierre is the husband. So from that statement, you're understanding who is Pierre to Agathe. So if, for example, as I change the statement, then I say application. So let's see. I think that font is too small. Let me just increase it so that you see very well what I was doing. Sorry. I'm sure it's now, you can now see it well. Eh?
Yeah.
Now, let me ask this. Pierre a une s'appelle Agathe. Can you complete that?
Yeah.
Show the question again.
Pierre a Pierre a une dash s'appelle. Hein?
Pierre a une femme s'appelle Agathe.
Are we in agreement? That's the answer.
Yes.
So, in other words, the question is just testing you. Who is Agathe to Pierre? Is the wife, and wife in French we say what? Femme. It's as simple as that, ladies and gentlemen. Think that is understood. Now, let's try to. Now, Sylvain est le de Marie. Sylvain est de Marie. Actually, selected just the question we have just done. Who is Sylvain to Marie?
A wife.
La Marie.
Marie. So Sylvain is the husband to who? Is Marie's husband. So Marie in French we say husband, we say Marie. I think that is clear, okay? So this one is le mari de. Sylvain est le mari de Marie. You see the difference? Marie, the name has got letter E at the end, but the word Marie does not have letter E at the end, but they are pronounced the same, okay? Now, Alexandre n'a pas de, et il n'a pas de,
Il n'a pas de.
hein? Alexandre n'a, what does Alexander ana nini? That's the question.
Has no children. Or
First, Alexander does not have a wife. Is that making sense? Tuko pamoja?
Yeah.
Il n'a pas de femme et il n'a pas d'enfant. Alexander doesn't have a wife and he doesn't have what? Children, okay? Now, Matthew est le de Louis. Matthew, who is Matthew to Louis?
Le frère.
Frère, okay?
Yeah.
Frère. Now,
frère.
Alexandre est le de Jules.
Alexandre.
Who is Alexandre to Jules?
Uncle.
L'oncle, okay? L'oncle, good. Marie est la de Sophie.
Le
Who is Marie to Sophie?
tante.
La tante.
Le tante.
Very good. Matthew est le de Pierre. How is Pierre? How is Matthew calling Pierre?
Mm-hmm. He's calling him his uncle. That is yeah, he's calling him his uncle.
But now you see that question can be either Pierre is that's to Matthew, but now here Matthew is what to Pierre.
Is the
I hope you are getting my point there.
yes, I'm getting your point.
For example, I ask I ask John, oh, Dixon is to John, but John is
The
to
boo.
Dixon. You see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so John is a student to Dixon, but Dixon is a teacher. You get that? So so in this case, Matthew is the neveu. Tuko pamoja?
Yeah.
But if the
Yes.
statement says Pierre, now we say Pierre est l'oncle. Sindio? Pierre is the uncle to who? To Matthew, but Matthew is the nephew to yeah.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
Pierre est le de Marie. Who is Peter to Marie? Who is Pierre to Marie? Sorry. Who is Pierre to Marie?
Le
Who
frère.
Le
frère?
Le frère. Yes. Le frère. Now, Pauline est la de Martine. Wow.
Les petites filles.
Pauline is a lady.
Oh, sorry.
So,
La petite.
P. La
Fille.
petite. Sindio? Granddaughter, right? Louise est la de Jules.
La cousine.
Cousin. Jules is a male. Louise, wait. Are you wait? Louise. So Louise, we said, what did you say? La cousine.
Yeah.
You're right. La cousine. Now, le de Sophie s'appelle Pierre.
Le fille.
Who is Pierre to Sophie? Remember, we are asked, le dash de Sophie s'appelle Pierre. Who is Pierre to Sophie?
Papa.
Yeah, so we say le père, right? Le père de Sophie s'appelle Pierre. The father de Sophie is called who? Pierre. Et ça s'appelle what?
Sa sœur s'appelle Pauline.
Yes, the Sassor. So the father to Sophie is called Pierre, and her sister is called Pauline. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the. So you see, we have also this casse la tête. Casse la tête is to to have headache. Yani something in a nafanya how do you call it? In a kichwa. Yeah, to scratch your head. So scratch your head with this. Retrouvez le nom de membre de ma famille avec les informations. So here you are given this. So we have 1, 2, 3. So you are given this words here. Then now you are asked to complete this. To complete this. You see how this family is big?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, this family is big. So from there, you are told at least to try to find that. So basically, that is it as far as the family is concerned, and I believe you've learned something out of that. So I want us to move to something else, okay? I want us to move to something else, but before then, I give you 5 minutes break.
Okay.
Yeah, let me give you 5 minutes break. It is 12:21. Okay, so let us start from 12:30. Fine? Let us resume at
Okay.
12:30 kindly.
At
So that, sorry?
we resume at 12.
12:30. It is now 12:21.
Okay.
Yeah, 12:30. I'm not. We just resume using the same. So even if you quit, but I advise you, if you are not 9 minutes is not. You just take some warm water with some lemons. I'm told it is good, and you just hang around so that we just stretch, so that we transition to the next topic, which we are going to link with whatever we have learned. So we are going to talk about again the possessive adjectives, and I'm going to use examples squarely with the family members. So how do you say my grandfather, my grandmother, his or her, our, their, your, etc. Okay.
Okay.
So let's take that short break, then we resume at 12:30. Thank you. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes, so let us proceed. So basically, I want to wind up with the possessive adjectives. Remember, adjectives accompany a noun. Noun is gender-based. So again, when we talk about possessive adjectives, they are gender-based. Just like you can see this document I'm sharing with you, but let me share the screen. So remember, we had just learned the family members, okay? The family members. So I'm going to relate this with the topic we have just talked about, the family. So I believe you can see the screen, but just based on the form, let me just explain myself using, so I will need a table. So here we're talking about possessive adjectives. Possessive adjectives, okay? Possessive adjectives. So I will need a table. Let me insert a table. How many? One, two, three, four. Okay, so we need 4, not 4 but 3. So subject pronouns, is it? Two, 5, 2, 3, and Yes, so here we have got le pronom sujet, le pronom, okay? Sorry, le pronom. Then here we have got masculine, masculin, singulier. Here we have féminin, féminin singulier. That's feminine singular. Then we say masculine. Allow me to use abbreviation. Stroke féminin pluriel. Okay, so le pronom allow me to use the pronoun plus the verb avoir, to have. It will be easier for me to make myself clear. The verb avoir. So I'm going to conjugate. So we say j'ai. Okay, j'ai, tu as. Remember this verb? Il, stroke elle, stroke elle a. Nous avons, vous avez. Then finally, il, stroke, elles ont. Now, the reason why I've chosen I've taken this route is to help you understand, because when you talk about possessive adjective is, is having something or someone having something or some people having something. So for example, I want to say, you have my pen. You are with my brother. He's staying with my sister. You get that? So to have, so get me. If whatever you have is masculine, I want you to get me. If whatever you have is masculine, and is singular, we use what? Mon. Are you following?
Yeah.
If whatever you have is feminine, we use say what? Ma. If both plural, we say what? Me. So mon. So how will you say my brother?
Mon frère.
Dorcas and Jean, are we together?
Yes.
Yeah, so we say mon frère, okay? So, for example,
Yes.
a student, je suis à Nairobi. You see that? Je suis à Nairobi avec mon frère. Je suis à Nairobi avec mon frère. I'm in Nairobi with my brother. Okay? Je suis à Nairobi avec mon frère. Okay? Now, I will say, Dorcas habite à Ruiru avec ma sœur. You see that? With my sister. Dorcas is staying with my sister. So you see, this one will change. If at all I want to say Dorcas is staying with her sister, how are we going to say that? We are going to see that. So I've just tackled the first one. Second, tu. If you have something, remember I have something, it is mine. So I want to say my brother, mon frère, my sister, ma soeur. Then I say my brothers and sisters, or my brother, I say mes frères or mes soeurs. Okay? My brothers, my sisters, I say me. Now, if you want to say now your brother, or I want to say your brother, I'm saying now your brother. For you, you say my brother, if the brother belongs to, but now when you are referring to my brother, you say your your brother. So we say what? Ton. Feminine we say ta. Plural we say what? Te. So I can say, tu parles avec ton père. You are talking to your dad, your father. Tu parles avec ta mère. You are talking to your mother. Tu parles, okay? Tu parles avec ton père. Tu parles avec ton père. You are talking to your father. I can say, tu voyages, the verb voyager, okay? Tu voyages avec ton mari. Dorcas, what's the meaning of that statement? Is Dorcas here? Jean? Dorcas is here. Jean is the one who has lost the network. Eh? Now, Dorcas, what's the meaning of the last statement I've written there?
We are
You are breaking. I didn't get you right. Can you hear me?
with my husband.
No.
We are
Just translate it literally. Tu voyages avec ton mari. Ton means you are. You are traveling with your. Dorcas, I've lost you. You are breaking. It means you are traveling with your husband, okay? You are traveling with your husband. So that is that. Now, third person, I want to say his or her. Now, I want you to understand here. In French, you know, in English, say her sister, but his sister. Remember here, what determines the adjective you're supposed to use is what is possessed, not the possessor. Are we together? So we say son for masculine, we say sa for feminine, we say se. Now let me explain myself. Now, for example, I want to say, I will say the same, get me right. So John habite, okay? John habite avec sa mère. Okay?
Yeah.
John habite avec sa mère. Remember, what we are referring to here is the mère. What we are referring to here was Marie. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, I want you to get the relationship here. Now, I will say Jean aime sa sœur. Again here, let me just use the same mère, because there's a point I want to make here. Now in English, you know, the statement I've started with John, sa mère will become now his what?
His mother.
His mother. But here, For Jean, it becomes what? Her mother. I want you to get my point. My point is this. In French, it is the mother which is possessed. So we use sa, mother is feminine, so we use sa. But now you see in English, you say his or her. So in English, it's the other way around. It's the possessor. We determine whether you're supposed to say her or his. But in French, we use the same possessive adjective so long as whatever is referred to is masculine, use the same son. Whether it is like we say, I will say son père, I'm referring to like I say, I would say, Dorcas habite avec son père is the same thing I'm going to say, John habite avec son père, son père, son père. But now for Dorcas, you say her father, but for John, I will say his father. I hope you got my point.
Yeah.
Notre, our. Notre, the same, but we say no. Possessor plural, whatever possesses plural. Vous, we say votre, same, votre. The plural form is vos. Third person plural, we say leur. Leur, their plural form is leur with S. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry. These are what we call the possessive what? Adjectives. Those are what we call possessive adjectives. So for example, you can say, I have your pen, I have your telephone, I have his telephone, I have his number. Okay, I have his contact. So depending on what you want to say, depending on again on the gender, based on the gender, you're supposed to choose the correct possessive adjective. Like I can say, now his son. Son fils, right? I want to say your son. Ton fils. I want to say your father. Ton père. I want to say our father. I will say what? Notre père. Our father. I want to say their father. I will say what? Leur père. Leur père. Yes, so once you understand this, it is very, very simple to express yourself. And remember, I told you I was to link this with the family members, but remember that does not mean that's just, even objects. So I want to say, for example, I like your suit. You see, I like your school. I like your university. I like your teacher. I like your, anything you are there. I like your attitude. Your effort is recommendable. I like it. You see, so anything depending on the gender of what you are referring to, what is possessed. Why do we call this in possessive adjectives? Possessive, you possess quality, you possess a certain character, you possess something, you possess someone. Okay? Now, I want us to try to form a sentence, construct a sentence using any of these possessive adjectives with the family. Any family. Who is to go first? Dorcas. This one person was. Dorcas is not here. Jean, can you hear me? Jean and Dade.
Yes, Monsieur.
Yeah, I want you to construct a sentence using any possessive adjectives the family members you have just learned. Kindly.
Using anyone.
Yeah, it is a
Okay, to a private chat.
no? All right.
Pardon?
I said you can always question. So you can just construct a sentence orally using any of those possessive adjectives with the family members.
Oh. Mon père,
Okay.
Xavier. Let me just type it for you in a private chat because now you cannot hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you very well. Just go ahead.
Mon père s'appelle Nelson Andale.
Mon père.
S'appelle Nelson Andale.
Mon père, yes. Andale. Mon père s'appelle Nelson Andale. Good. John?
Mon père aimait m'ennuyer to annoy me.
Hey, John, why are you forming such a sentence?
Because it's true.
I've never laughed in class, but sorry. Gina and Dale, did you hear that statement? Mon père aime. Pourquoi, John? What did you do? There's something you are not doing right. Mon père aime.
Because he keeps on telling me to study even during my free time.
To study.
Yeah.
One day you will see that that's a very good father. Yes, you will have free time when you're supposed to have free time. So according to your father, it is not time to have free time. It is time to study. Yes.
Okay.
So your father is very focused. He wants you to use every single minute you have to study. But of course, you also need to have some free time to relax your mind. You know, you cannot study 24/7. Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is not possible. So, mon père aime m'ennuyer. Ennuyer. Yes. Okay. So, for example, for me, I can say, je suis à la maison avec ma famille. You see that? La famille, I'm in the house or at home with my family. I can say, for example, je suis en classe, okay, avec mes étudiants. Okay, I am in class with my students. I can say, mes enfants. I hope you're getting that statement, eh?
Yeah.
Mes enfants s'appellent mes enfants s'appellent Gabriela Zawadi. Gabriela Zawadi. Ariana Joy. Ariana Joy Hedaya. Adrian Medad. Ouma Jr. You see? So that one is someone talking about the family. Mes enfants, my children. So Again, I can narrow this by saying mes filles, okay? Mes filles, my daughters. Mes filles s'appellent, I've indicated their names there. Mes filles s'appellent, okay? Gabriela, Zawadi, et Ariana, Joy. But I will say, mon fils s'appelle, okay? Mon fils s'appelle Adrian. Adrian Medad. As simple as that. So that is about the family. But of course, you can talk about other things. For example, I can say, votre passeport, monsieur. Your passport, sir, monsieur. Okay? Votre passeport, monsieur. Your passport, sir. Okay? Votre passeport, monsieur. Your passport, sir. I can say, for example, notre père, let me share the screen again. I believe you can see the screen. So, notre père travaille. Remember we were learning verbs. Travaille à Nairobi. We can say les touristes or les étudiants de Zitec voyage, ok?
Yeah.
Voyage avec leur professeur. Leur professeur. Now, I want to ask you a question. Now, sorry, spelling error should be like that. Lord Professor, so the students, you see here, I want to make a point here. Let me highlight this. Okay. Then I will highlight that. Then I will highlight the subject, les étudiants. Now, the point is this. When the possessor is plural, third person plural, and then what is possessed is also plural, that's when now use lor with S. Like the students, the ZTEC students are traveling with their lecturers. Now, if it was their lecturer, what will you say? Les étudiants, ok?
Yeah.
Les étudiants de ZTEC voyage avec leur, I want you to note the difference, leur professeur. Los professor. Now, here, the possessor is plural, right?
Yeah.
But what is possessed is singular. So the difference is this. The second statement simply means ZTech students are traveling with their lecturer. But the first one, ZTech students are traveling with their lecturer. So taking you back to this, we use the following. Let me change the color to another color, which is maybe green. So you see those. We use no, vo, ler, if, whatever. You see, no, vu, il, and el are plural. So if the subject is plural and whatever is possessed is also plural, we use what? We use no. Like I can say, like the way you are in class. So you are referring, we say not Professor de Français, Monsieur Dixon, our French teacher or French lecturer, Mr. Dixon. But when you say now no professor, our lecturers, more than one. You get that? Now, if here, I want to follow the table as I'm changing. You see the green. Je, tu, il, elle. So here, mo, ma, mo, ton, son, mas, tasa, the possessor is singular, okay? And what is possessed also singular. But we use me, te, se, the possessor singular, and what is possessed is plural. For example, I can say, my telephones, my sisters, my brothers, my parents, okay? My colleagues, my friends. You get that? I believe I'm clear on that. But as I wind up on this, so that we move to something else, note. What do I want you to note? Please note what I'm saying. Note. Note. Note that matasa become, just a minute, I'm trying to change that color. So we say sa become, okay, become mon, ton, son, before you comma, before a vowel or silent H. Please take note of that. Meaning that the feminine, if the noun is even feminine and it's beginning with a vowel or silent H, please note that we use, instead of using matter, so we use what? We go the masculine way. So long as that noun is singular and beginning with a vowel or silent H, we always use what? Mon, ton, son instead of matter, sa, even if that noun is feminine. So please, again, that's something that I want you to note as far as the possessive adjectives are concerned. Any question there? Any question? Jean, Andale, and John?
No.
So, so basically you can see what we are told here, let me just end the just a minute. Yes, you see where there is the hazard.
Yeah.
That's what I've explained. Mata et ça become monton son devant une voyelle ou un H muet silent H. Like you say, mon ami, even if that ami is feminine, as you can see, because we say error is feminine, école is feminine, but we say mon école, son école. You don't say sa école. Two voices cannot follow each other. So it's very important for you also to note that. So you are told compléter avec mon, ma, mes. You see that? So those are exercises that you can study, you can practice on your own when you have time. I believe you've understood me. So I want to end the Zoom class there. And the next thing, we have a forum that I created. I want us to take the remainder of the time just to discuss something. It will be an open discussion based on what we have learned so far. And then on the same portal, there is the first exercise that I've given just concerning the possessive adjectives, which you will also attempt and submit through the portal, okay? So please allow me to stop there unless you have a question, so that we move to the forum that I created under the charts. So I will invite you to log, of course, in the, I'm sure you've seen it. So you just click the chat and you'll access. So I'll be asking you some questions on that, on that chat, okay?
Yeah.
So any question? Any question?
No.
So, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to stop there so that you log in the system, and then we can do something on the chat for the remaining time. So thank you so much. Let's meet there as I also mark the register, okay? I believe you learned something out of the same. Gina and Dale, are we together?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Among the last sentences that you have given us, I've not yet copied them properly.
You wanted to write them?
Yeah, just the last sentences.
On the Word document I was sharing, huh?
Yeah.
Just a minute. This. Okay, take your time, write them down.
I'm through, sir. Thanks. I'm done with copying.
Oh, okay, sorry. I was saying that let's continue the discussion on the chat.
Yeah.
We'll have created on the portal. So let's meet there so that we proceed with the few minutes remaining as we wind up for today.
Okay.
And we'll do this next time.
Yes.
Thank you.
Ini